Do you think your students right now are stressed?
I'm quite certain that they are.
Yes, they're high school students. They're always stressed about something.
I hope so. But yes, I hope to a certain degree, yes.
I think sometimes they are. It depends on the student.
I think in today's day and age, all high school students are stressed.
Most likely, yes. Sports that they play, school, and also just being a high school teenager in general probably makes them stressed.
I'm Isabel Reedy, I'm a sophomore.
What's your usual daily routine for a school day?
I usually wake up around 6 and then I get to school. And after school I go to cross country and play practice or whatever else I have. And I usually get home around 8:30 and then start homework.
I'm Jennifer Lipinski, I'm a sophomore. After school I usually go to golf practice or I have a match and I get home at around 7 or 8. That's when I start doing homework and studying.
I'm Ann Kramer and I'm a sophomore. After school, there's like an hour in between school and practice, so I'll go to practice and get home at like 7, maybe 8 o'clock, depending on how long the practice is or if I have a game. And I get home and then I start my homework and everything.
I'm Gabby Estes and I'm a sophomore. I have cheer practice for 2 hours, go straight to dance, have like an hour and a half break, and then I have dance for 3 hours, and I get home at around 10:15. That's when I start my homework.
My name is Haley Niehaus, and I'm a sophomore. So normally I get home around like 3:10, and then maybe I'll take a nap, but that depends on how much homework I have. And I go to basketball from 7 to 10. So before that I do my homework, and then after that I do my homework.
How many hours of homework do you usually get?
Probably like 4 to 5.
I usually have 4 to 5.
Depending on the day, 3 to 4 maybe.
Usually like 3 to 4.
When do you usually get to bed?
It depends on the day. On good days I'll go to bed at 10:30. Days where I have a lot of homework I go to bed at like midnight.
Like past midnight.
How
On days that I have basketball.
Like 12 or 1.
How many hours of sleep is that?
Like 5 or 6.
5, 6, 7 max hours of sleep?
4 to 5, definitely.
Anywhere from 6 to 8.
Like 5-ish.
How many hours of sleep do you think students should get?
Students should get 7 to 8 hours.
My name is Mr. Drake. I teach American literature and creative writing.
Do you think that homework can have negative effects, or do you think that the positives outweigh the negatives that stress can cause?
I don't think homework itself can have negative effects. Stress can have negative effects, of course. Most of the time, the stress is managed by the person who's under the stress, not from outside forces.
You can give an overabundance of homework. For instance, if I give a lot of homework, the student's going to be over-stressed. They're not going to get anything. The key is giving an ample amount, but not too much.
Negatives outweigh the positives, just because most of us aren't getting enough sleep every night.
School will be tired, and then that's when we learn.
And some of us have stuff outside of school in school sports.
I think that the positives outweigh the negatives as long as it's done and planned appropriately. Homework should never be busy work. It should be reinforcement. It's just about reinforcing the skills you're already learning. It is about appropriate practice. It's not about just piling on work for the sake of increased points.
Do you have any tips for managing stress? Like, what would you do?
Well, me personally, I don't believe in stress. It's just a mentality thing. If you let little things bother you, then they add up to big things. Don't sweat the small stuff. It's all small stuff.
What do you think teachers should do to reduce their student stress?
Teachers should eliminate homework every day and maybe do homework during class instead of giving it to do at home.
They should spend more time with me personally.
I think they should recognize that a lot of students have extracurricular activities after school. They should really reduce the homework that we're doing. It'll be easier for the student.
How do you think that you could reduce the stress of homework?
Less of it.
Well, yes.
We had less of it, or just we can have the same amount but over like 2 days, I guess. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, like a longer period of time to get work done.
We could do a better job communicating what work we're giving and when for the sake of planning. It requires a school-wide effort that unfortunately has just been a little difficult to get underway.
Do you think that being a student athlete makes school harder or more stressful?
Yes, because I don't have enough time to work out and do sports and then contribute enough time to doing homework.
Because the schedule is very, very hectic. All like the stuff that I do, like I cheer and I go and I coach cheer, and
I'm in the play now, so I have to go to play practice. Yesterday, actually, I got done with school. I went to cheer until 5, and then I went to play practice at 6, and then I got home not until 8 o'clock, and then that's when I started doing my homework.
For example, I'm doing volleyball right now, and we have practice every day from 4:15 to 6:15. Right after that, I have to go home, take a shower, and then do my homework, and that takes me about 5 hours, maybe until 11:30, possibly midnight. It's just really tiring.
I hope that students trust that teachers aren't sitting at home planning like how to torture the kids. We're not thinking like, oh, this will really make them miserable, and then writing out a new homework assignment. We genuinely do it from a good place, from a place that we think will benefit our students and help them become better learners, better thinkers, more fully rounded adults, and in a way that is really not meant to hurt them, only meant to help. And if that contributes to stress, we do regret that element of it, I'm sure.
Okay.